everybody, it's Ricardo, and I am standing here with Paul Crocker from Rocksteady Games, and you've just shown off some new bits of Batman Arkham Asylum. Talk to us about what you guys have shown off today.
We really focused on showing you the core pillars of the game. We showed you the Invisible Predator gameplay, the free-play combat gameplay, and the detective mode, because Batman's the world's greatest detective.
So talk to us about the free flow combat, because you rattled off some crazy figures in the demo and said people have had made their own custom combos of really outrageous numbers.
Yeah, I mean the core idea behind the free play combat system is to make a combat system that the player feels like they are Batman. We want you to be able to take on loads of bad guys and kind of feel like you're not breaking a sweat. Obviously it becomes trickier and trickier as you play through the game. But we have, there's a number of moves, all controlled by the player. We have a custom animation system that blends between all these. Whatever you do basically creates kind of new combo moves. And obviously you unlock some as you play through the game. And as we showed you, it becomes pretty intense when you're fighting against large numbers of bad guys.
So the other portion of the demo focused on the Invisible Predator mode. You made it look very easy, but obviously it's probably not going to be quite that easy for folks when they're playing the game. So can you explain to us how that system's going to work?
Yeah, the Invisible Predator mode is really the core feeling of being Batman. We have bad guys that got guns. Batman is a superhero, but he's not, superhuman. If a guy unloads a shotgun in his face, it's going to hurt a bit, and he's got to try for that not to happen. So we really focused on the idea of, Batman being, or the bad guys in the room being scared of Batman. And like we showed you, you move up to a gargoyle, use that as a vantage point. We want you to feel like you're surveying the room, really picking on weak targets, and then really making everyone become more unnerved as you play. So you isolate your target, maybe you do an inverted takedown of the gargoyle, drag the guy up into the rafters, leave him hanging there. It kind of affects the morale of the other guys in the room, and they start looking for you, but they know you're there at this point. So then it kind of escalates in complexity, because you're trying to take people out, but you're really studying what they're kind of doing in the room. We really want you to think like Batman.
Now, the other mode that we got to see was the detective mode, and while that seemed pretty straightforward, I would imagine that there are going to be some fairly complicated uses for it as you go into the game.
The detective mode is also, as we showed you, got the X-ray mode as part of it, so you use it to determine where bad guys are, what kind of bad guys they are, their mental state, because you can check their heartbeats and see if they're nervous or scared, or if they're going to make mistakes, that kind of thing.
The final part of the demo showed off something that you referred to as hinting at the story. Now, I know you guys have been pretty vague about it, so what can you tell us about the story that maybe we haven't heard before? And if it's nothing new, what graphic novel should people read to prepare for the game?
Well, we don't want to go into great detail about the story, because we really want to keep surprises for the players. But what I can say is Batman's returned Joker to Arkham Asylum. The Arkham Asylum is the home for the criminally insane, so pretty much over the 70 years, pretty much every bad guy has been in there. So it's kind of the worst place on earth for Batman to be. Joker breaks free, takes control of Arkham Asylum, and just spends the rest of the game tormenting Batman.
I set a trap, and you sprang it gloriously! Now let's get this party started!
Graphic novel-wise, they're all cool. We tend to, take Joker for example. We focus on a kind of darker version of the animated series, mixed with a bit of Killing Joke. We really just take all the best bits. There's a lot of good stuff out there, and we've been able to pull it all into the game.
Alright, and so when can we look forward to the game, and on what platforms?
The game's out end of summer. It's on PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC.
Alright, well, there you go. Thank you, sir. That is your quick look at Batman Arkham Asylum. Look for a lot more at E3 and in the months to come.
I will break you, Batman! No, Bane. This time I break you!